rivers, confined animals, rewrote genes. Dogs surrendered their fangs in exchange for human protection. Cattle and sheep abandoned their wildness and became countable assets. But one species paid almost no evolutionary price and still moved into the most intimate spaces of human life. It does not wag its tail. It does not labor. Yet it sits perfectly at ease in the center of your sofa. This is not domestication. This is a 30 million year infiltration. From a biological perspective, you may not be the owner, only a provider of stable heat and controlled climate. The perfect survival algorithm, the domestic cat. Have you ever seen this moment? Your cat suddenly stares into an empty corner, pupils slowly dilating. Mainstream science offers a calm explanation. It may simply detect light flickers or micro-movements humans cannot perceive. Some researchers have proposed a quieter possibility. In certain animals, the retina contains a light-sensitive protein called cryptochrome, which in other species is linked to magnetic sensing. Science has not confirmed that cats possess this ability. But if they can detect subtle shifts in Earth's magnetic field, then the empty corner you see may not be empty at all. It is not watching ghosts. It is living in a richer data environment. And the difference is not only spatial, it is temporal. Have you ever wondered why human movement looks clumsy in front of a cat? Using flicker fusion frequency tests, researchers found the human brain processes roughly 60 visual frames per second, while cats can resolve significantly higher temporal changes. Meaning, what looks smooth to you may appear like slowed motion to your cat. It is not faster. It is running on a higher refresh rate. Inside the cat's eye lies a mirror-like structure, the tapetum lucidum. It reflects incoming light back through the retina, allowing photoreceptors to reuse scarce photons. This is why cats see so well in dim light. Under certain conditions, their vision may also be more sensitive to wavelengths humans barely detect, though this remains under study. So the clean bedsheet you see may appear to your cat as a dense topographic map of scent, sweat, and biological residue. It is not zoning out. It is surveying a world you cannot access. And when you think the night is silent, your cat may hear mice inside the walls or the faint electrical noise of your appliances. Human hearing peaks around 20 kilohertz. Cats can exceed 60 kilohertz. To them, the world is a constantly updating acoustic map. More unsettling still, they do not only hear you, they read you. That half-open mouth, the strange expression, that is the Fleeman response. Your cat is channeling airborne molecules into the vomeronasal organ. When you are anxious, afraid, emotionally unstable, your body releases trace chemical signals. Before you consciously register stress, your cat may already have tasted it in the air. In front of a cat, you have no secrets. Your emotions are just airborne code. When your cat lies in your lap and purrs, most people assume it signals contentment. But researchers noticed something unusual. Cat purring commonly falls between 25 and 150 hertz. This frequency band has been discussed in medical research in connection with bone maintenance and tissue recovery. It may not be healing in the mystical sense, but it does resemble a low-cost, always-on maintenance protocol. In nature, durability is often the ultimate advantage.
Seismic depth 5,000 meters.
This sensitivity may even extend underground. Many observational records suggest animals sometimes behave abnormally before earthquakes. Scientists hypothesize that cats may detect subtle early seismic vibrations, combined with their extremely sensitive tactile receptors and whiskers. The result? A mobile biological sensor array. Not a superpower, just senses pushed to their biological limits. Unlike many domesticated animals, the cat genome shows remarkable evolutionary conservatism. Genetic studies indicate most domestic cats descend from the African wildcat. If you encountered one in the wild, the resemblance would be unsettling. 10,000 years of human civilization, and the core predatory architecture remains largely intact. Dogs diversified dramatically in form and temperament. Cats barely changed. It sits in your living room, but its code still belongs to the wilderness. Archaeology reveals the relationship is ancient. Over 9,000 years ago, humans were already buried alongside cats. Long before pyramids, we were already living together. In ancient Egypt, cats were elevated to divine status. In Bubastis, millions worshipped the cat-headed goddess Bastet. This was not aesthetic preference, it was civilizational respect for a perfect predator. Ironically, in the Middle Ages, that sensitivity was reinterpreted as demonic. Black cats were slaughtered. Their natural prey exploded in number. Then came the Black Death. Humanity tried to eliminate imagined darkness and open the door to the real one. What if a line of code, invisible to you, was already influencing your emotions and choices? Toxoplasma gondii is a parasite that completes reproduction only inside feline hosts. To return there, it first infects intermediate hosts and alters their behavior. In rodents, studies show fear of cats can be measurably reduced. In humans, a significant portion of the global population shows evidence of past exposure. Researchers, such as Jaroslav Fleger, have reported statistical associations with risk preference and dopamine-related traits. But this field remains complex and debated. What we can say is simple. Some influences are subtler than conscious choice. Cats themselves possess a more direct tool, acoustics. Research shows they can produce a solicitation purr whose spectrum may overlap with infant cry frequencies, more effectively triggering human caregiving responses. You stand up, you pour food, you open the can, you surrender the sofa, you call it love. Evolution might call it an extremely efficient protocol. And the predator's true elegance lies in probability optimization. Large cats often have low hunt success rates because size increases energy cost. Miniaturization improves efficiency. The domestic cat sits at a precise equilibrium point, large enough to dominate prey, small enough to minimize energy waste. This is not coincidence. This is optimization under constraint. Even in sleep, the system continues running. Studies show that during REM sleep, cat brain activity closely resembles that of active hunting states. To the cat, dreaming is a continuous training simulator. When you think it is resting, its neural network may be completing its 10,000th rehearsal.
Active. 2,000 frames per second.
The lion represents power. The cat represents probability. In the mathematics of survival, they solved the equation long ago. Now, turn your head. Look at the creature beside you. Behind the data and the history, you may wonder, does it truly love me? Or is it simply using my environment to survive? It mimics infant acoustics. Parasites may influence behavioral statistics. Its evolution reads like perfect optimization. It sounds like manipulation. But perhaps this is simply the gentlest compromise a wild predator could make to live beside us. It once guarded Egyptian temples. It survived the darkness of the Middle Ages. Behind those luminous pupils rests 30 million years of quiet patience. The universe does not care about your feelings. But this small creature crossed the wilderness of time and chose to remain in your living room. This is Omni Luma. We observe the boundary until the darkness arrives.